Hi, Baller. I am Squiggles, and I am delighted to be watching this replay with you today between the blue Zerg player Destiny and his opponent, the red Protoss player Deezer. This is played on Tal'darim Altar, and this was a replay that I found that he actually played today. So the day that I'm casting it is the day that he played it. Very, very fresh, hot off the presses, hot off the battlefield comes this game. And like I said, I am just giddy to be checking this game out with you together. Hopefully, we can find some pretty awesome, cool stuff. Of course, Destiny being the I don't know, I would say crowd favorite probably. People just love Destiny, love watching his stream. I was watching his stream actually right before I found this replay. So I am a bit of a Destiny fanboy myself. But we are going to have to pay very close attention. Actually, you probably don't, in order to find out who wins, because obviously there will be a GG at the end, or there will be some rage, maybe some BM, some throwing of mice, some flipping of tables, some unplugging of monitors and or said computer. So it just depends on how awesome the game is, how terrible the loss feels, and how the player decides to handle said destruction of his pride in this match. So I have been doing things in the past. I've been doing stuff like starting the game a couple minutes in just to get past some of this initial stuff, but I decided, I can just talk to you guys. I can have a good time. We can talk, we can chat, even though it's kind of a one-way chat. But I really encourage everyone to post comments after you watch this video, or, while you're watching it. You can post something that's constructive or funny or witty, or maybe an example of when you've done the build that you see these players doing. So it looks like Deezer is going to actually go for a Nexus first before he gets any kind of Forge or Gateway or anything. And Destiny going for a standard spawning pool, and then he is getting a gas, but I expect him to try to. He's just doing a little gas steal thingy, not steal, but gas glitchy maneuver. But he wants to expand here, but see there's this pylon here, which means he can't. So he has to get out said Zerglings, which are in production right now. These Zerglings are going to sprint their way all the way across the map. Oh, it is so far from here to here. And they're going to, they take out the probe. Nicely done by Destiny. The first little battle is won. And now he's going to have to take out this pylon, but it is going to be annoying and going to just delay that expansion a bit. Meanwhile, the Protoss player Deezer, with his expansion almost done, has the Forge done at the same time, has another pylon, so he's going to be trying to make a pretty nice wall off here. And Destiny, now that he has cleared off that little obstruction in the pylon, going to be sending these lings, since he made them, across to see if he can put on any kind of pressure and, scout and see what Deezer's doing. Now, Deezer's cannon looks like it's going to be close. It should be up in time. You can see these lings are doing their best to run across the map here. And yes, cannon will be done. Now, they could probably run past it, but I don't know. It depends on the angle, and it looks like, nice reaction speed by Destiny, only taking one shot on the Zergling. So, pretty good there. And, Deezer is like, you're deezed. You're deezed. Maybe that's Deezer and deezed, or maybe it's dead and he misspelled it. Cause why year expo way too late? Maybe you all okay, so letting him know what he saw or what he didn't see just by virtue of those lings. Destiny doing a pretty smart thing here, taking these two Xel'Naga watchtowers, the two that are pretty important to see what kind of thing Deezer is going to come out with. And we haven't really seen any tech come out from Deezer yet. We do see the Destiny, his expansion at the natural just now finishing, but he's also expanding over here to his third. And I assume this is going to be like a macro hatchery. So a lot of times Zerg players will do this when they want to get their macro hatch down, but they can't actually kill these rocks yet. So instead of long distance mining or whatever, assuming he has all the drones he needs, and if we check the units, we can see he doesn't quite have enough drones to saturate 2 bases yet. But when he does, he can start actually sending guys here because it's more efficient. It's actually more efficient to long distance mine all the way from here to here if you're fully saturated in your main and your natural, but having this expansion here will just allow him to mine a little bit more efficiently. It also allows him to get 1 gas if he wants to get a little gas bonus, and then when he feels like it, right now he does not really feel like it because he only has 1 Zergling there, whacking away at those rocks, and it's going to take that Zergling way longer than anybody would ever expect for him to take that down. But, you know, he's going to do what he can. Meanwhile, I mean, Deezer still not really doing anything. He is getting +1 upgrades, putting on a Twilight Council, so he could be going for quick +2, could be going for Blink Stalkers, could be going for a whole bunch of stuff. And do we see anything else coming out for Deezer right now? No, it looks like he is just content to, he may try to hide stuff over here, but he's just content to get drones right now. And by drones, of course, I mean probes. Of course I mean probes. Silly me, why would I say such a thing? 42 probes to 37 drones. So Deezer is doing a great job of just continuing that probe production, chrono boosting those bad boys out, and getting a little bit ahead of Destiny as far as worker count. Destiny, though, oh, this one Zergling, he wants overtime, he wants help, he wants something in order to take out these destructible rocks so that this hatchery can have a friend. Go right there. There we go. His calls did not go unanswered. Now we have a few more Zerglings checking stuff out. Also, Destiny using some Overlords to kind of scout out the front and see what Deezer's doing. Looks like this Stalker is going to have none of it, and he will be taking out this Overlord in short order. But, oh, here we go. Deezer used Sly Dog, throwing down, it looks like a Robo facility as well. But here's the main story, is he has 4 gateways going down. Is he going to get any more? I don't know. Looks like he is going to be killing a pylon. This was not Pylo. This is not the fabled pylon that everyone talks about. That's a traitor pylon. And Destiny apparently is going to be getting a lair, doing some tech stuff. And he does not want to get many units apparently. He still has just the 12 lings. And, oh, look at this, tied on drones and probes now. But you can tell that Destiny wants to do some tech stuff because he threw down 5 spine crawlers just so he won't die. That should dissuade any aggressive Protoss from making a push when he sees 5 spine crawlers, or at least force him to go, oh, probably shouldn't attack here, and then loop-de-loop his way around here and come in this direction. Now, it looks like, oh, we have a couple more defensive structures, a spore crawler and a spine crawler going down over here, and I expect there to be a hatchery thrown down semi-soon by Destiny. You can see he is mining in this area with all of these guys, and that's just because, like I said, it's more efficient to do that than to have this way oversaturated. He is adding on more gases. Look like Deezer is going to be posturing to take his own 3rd base, chrono boosting out that +2 weapons, and adding on even more gateways. Yeah, so Deezer is going to be on, it looks like 7, call it 8. Yep, 8 gateways right now. Adding on a lot more cannons. We also have a Templar Archives going down for Deezer. And any kind of tech, it looks like Blink's done, and that is about it. We do have an Observer floating his way over, and Destiny is just going into super turtle hold mode. Has 5 spine crawlers over here at the natural, another 5 over here at the 3rd with a spore crawler, just in case there's any DTs or air units. So he's just playing super safe, and oh, this Observer has to be careful because this Observer could definitely get taken out. There's 1 spit, there's 2 spits, and the Observer makes it away. Yay! Go Observers! I just always cheer for Observers because although they are tattletales, they can't actually attack anything. So it makes me feel bad when a defenseless little Observer gets taken out. But he is allowing these Stalkers to not only take out these creep tumors, but also they do have Blink done, and they do have this high ground that they can look at, so they may just blink up here. And there is not that many Zerglings to persuade them not to. And I think that, there we go. There's the blink up. Going to be, oh, and actually supply blocking Destiny too by taking out that Overlord. That's kind of a big deal, and I think Destiny may just go ahead and straight up lose this expansion. Is he going to finish it off? Yes, he does. And now he can just go ahead and blink down if he needs to. But not even needing to blink. I mean, the most injured unit he has is like a Stalker that's taken like a 3rd shield damage. So, I mean, looking pretty good here. And now we have mutas popping, but these Stalkers just getting so many free shots off on everything. And now let's see how well he can micro. Okay, well, that's the safe way to do it. Just blink everybody back and run on home. Damage was done. So well done by Deezer. Meanwhile, during that, he is getting his 3rd base just about done, adding on his little more gateways, but the gateway wall. A couple cannons going down. And it looks like Psystorm just finishing. So Stalkers plus Psystorm, maybe he'll get some Archons. Maybe he'll just go for some Psystorms. But regardless, I mean, you get the Psystorm, you do your little zappity action, and then, you know, you're able to make the Archons afterwards, so just get a little bit more mileage out of those High Templar whenever they decide to grace us with their presence. 5 photon cannons going down. And here come the Mutalisks, and what terrible timing by the Mutalisks, getting there literally right when the cannon's finishing. Managed to snipe off a few probes and force Deezer to, you know, pull 3 of them away. But looks like they are finding a little well, they're trying to find a sweet spot, but the sweet spot is not right there because both of these cannons were shooting him. Did manage to kill a couple of the probes that were on gas, and that's going to be good. And now Destiny is in this kind of annoying spot where he's able to bounce back from here, bounce back over here, and back again. So now Deezer having to have some of his stalkers being pinned back here, and also, yeah, back here with High Templars, just so he can, you know, not lose any probes. And that is what Destiny needs. That's going to allow him to really delay and continue to just get whatever he wants to do, not be pressured at all by Deezer. You can see Destiny has rebuilt his natural expansion. So on 4, I'm going to double check just to make sure I'm not lying to you guys. Yes, indeed, it is going to be 4 hatcheries for Destiny and a lot more spine crawlers than I think I would assume that people would make, but he just doesn't want to die. And because his main army is these mutas and they're harassing, he needs to be able to defend if some kind of attack comes. Look at that, 20 drones. Oh, Destiny, you sly dog, you. Let's go ahead and check out the worker counts. We can see that 81 probes to 95 drones, so both of them having more than I would consider is actually necessary. But, you know, Destiny may be just going for a whole bunch of supply drop into mass spine crawlers. I mean, he already has a lot. Might as well goop the middle of the map and throw down 20 spine crawlers. You can always do stuff like that. Nice job. It looks like, needs to dodge that storm. Storm doing a decent amount of damage, but it looks like Destiny will get both of these pylons, which is going to actually unpower 6 gateways, and that is a lot of gateways to not be powered. That's a lot of supply that Deezer cannot warp in. Looks like Destiny reinforcing over here and just running away once stuff happens. Looks like, now the High Templar are going to come back. They have a lot of energy. They should be able to get some good storms off. But Destiny, very smart, just going to throw a couple mutas and start picking these guys off. Mutas being very cost effective when there's only 3 of them, and they managed to pick off a couple of those High Templars. Now Deezer expanding during this harassment, but actually Destiny doing quite a bit of damage, picking off a lot of these warp gates. And now Deezer is the one on the aggression. At least he's trying to do a little bit of a counterattack. And these drones and zealots have said they're going to have a little ceasefire until they get to the base. So here we go. Deezer blinking all over the place, and he's going to be taking out a ton of drones pretty much for free. That's not the best thing for Destiny, but it's not like game-changing. Meanwhile, there we go. We have Archons now, and they've done a lot of damage. Look at the health on these mutas. They are so low. Oh, man. Destiny's got to be a little bit careful. Also, not getting the cancel, so Destiny going to lose this expansion. And expanding over here, maybe Deezer won't catch that. Going to have to wait and see. Deezer does have that observer with him. That observer is staying alive. Such a good job there. And he's going to blink forward, and now he has to take on the masses of spine crawlers. But you know what? All things considered, there's only 5 spine crawlers here. There's the defensive storms going off, hitting mainly Protoss units. And more storms. Here's the defensive blink as well. Drones getting pulled. Lings ran in as well as mutas to try to finish this off. And it looks like these stalkers are actually just focusing down the mutas. Very smart to focus down these mutas. And he's doing a really good job, actually, of getting these mutas down into the pretty, single digits. Only 8 mutas out right now, and wow, look at that. So many drones were killed, but army-wise, I mean, Deezer really has nothing. He has some Archons, and that is it. So Destiny, if ever there was a time for you to put on some aggression, it is now. Of course, there are a few cannons, so Deezer realizes he doesn't have a lot of military units because they all just died, so he does have cannons everywhere. Gonna have to see if these Lings can overpower the 5 cannons that are here. Looks like Destiny doesn't want to figure out. Oh, but he catches a nice juicy probe transfer and not even gonna kill a single probe. Oh, those probes are so lucky. Here comes an additional Stalker warp in. And, this Overseer sitting pretty here, just kind of checking stuff out. Looks like Protoss has +3 weapons done, now getting +1 armor. And what does Destiny have? He has +1 air weapons done. And do we see anything else? Drones? No carapace. All right. Oh, we found some Zerglings. No attack at all. So, Destiny actually not with any upgrades. I mean, supply-wise, they're dead even. Unit-wise, whoa, Destiny caught up on drones fast. So they're even on workers, they're even on supply, which means, of course, their armies are about the same. Specialty units for both players on the field. Looks like a DT shrine going down. Now, lots of mutas, a couple of Lings, and more spine crawlers. That is the unit of choice for Destiny this game. It is Ling Spine Crawler Muta. Yes, you heard me right. Ling Spine Crawler Muta. All right, Destiny coming in for another little jab, and seeing that there are still, in fact, 5. And oh, those storms! Dude, so much damage. There's even a few zealots to just kind of, you know, hold, trying to do Super Saiyan hold mode. No, they get that Archon rather, 2 High Templars morphing into an Archon, got taken out. And nice job with these mutas getting quite a few probe kills, and now you're just bouncing around on this assimilator. Wants a probe to get closer, so he can in fact do that. Couple more Archons are being morphed, and as these Archons finish, these mutas are going to have to fall back. Also, a couple more gateways being built. Meanwhile, here comes Deezer, who's pushing down the middle of the map, blinking forward, picking off units, and oh no, Overlords, are they? Oh no, they are actually fast, but they're not fast enough for that. And Destiny is supply blocked yet again. Also, finding this expansion, Destiny going to have to cancel this expo if he wants to get the money back. Oh, never mind. Deezer just going to let him have it, apparently. No, wait, indecision. There we go. All right, so expansion goes down. And this is kind of scary, actually. Stalkers with the blink and +3 weapons. Also +1 armor, +2 on the way. Looks like a couple of Stargates are coming out now, and also a Roach Warren. So Destiny realizes he needs to change something up. Still has a good amount of Lings and Mutas, but needs to be careful about how he engages. Here we go. Lings running in the bottom and Mutas up top. You know how they always do. And look at this. These Stalkers just blinking out, getting away with most of them. Lings picking them off. And the mutas as well, trying to just focus down as many of these Stalkers as they can. There's the second defensive blink to get some distance, and it looks like those Stalkers will survive. Oh no, the probe's getting caught by these Zerglings. They are not going to fulfill their duty. Well, this guy's, it's actually anticlimactic. He's going to put down the Nexus, and it's instantly going to go down. So less than optimal there. But you can see there's just little pieces of armies and drone transfers going everywhere. We have little groups of Lings and Banelings, and look at this, going to be sandwiching the units of Deezer. Lots of Zealots and Stalkers. Zealots doing their best to get up front, and there's a lot of Zealots actually, but there are more mutas, and I don't know if these Stalkers can actually hold the mutas. Then the Zealots, I don't think they know either, so they're going to go ahead and take off. They're going to GTFO and try to delay another base. Looks like they're heading over here, and there's a lot of drones coming over here too, so we could get a lot of drone kills. It looks like the mutas and Stalkers decided that that was enough for one day. Enough blood had been shed, so they both back off as reinforcing Stalkers warp in. And okay, so it looks like Deezer gets another base off Destiny. Destiny, not too happy about that, is going to sandwich them with a combination of Overlords, Mutalisks, Zerglings, and drones, all of which are fighting units. Don't be fooled. These drones getting in just as good as everybody else, trying to get some kills, realizing that may not be the best idea, especially since there are no more ground units. They're just getting focused down. We have Stalkers coming in as reinforcements. Look at this. And oh, what? We have a mothership and 2 carriers on the way. Oh, that's so awesome. But back to what I was saying. I was saying that there is +3, +2 for the Protoss, and for the Zerg we have only +1 air, and there's +2 attack on the way, and for the Zerglings we have nothing yet. No upgrades at all. So Destiny is just really far behind in upgrades, and that's definitely hurting him as these small groups of units clash over and over again. If we go to the units lost tab, we can see that they have both lost a lot of stuff, but actually Destiny is about 6K below as far as his units. So Deezer is just being really cost effective with his armies, and you can see just positioning these Archons, trying to get as much splash off on the mutas, and actually picking off a few mutas with the backup of these photon cannons. And where are these carriers? The carriers are almost done. Mothership is almost out, and Deezer is transitioning into something that we really never see anybody go anymore, and especially with Heart of the Swarm coming out and the carriers not going to be here anymore. Apparently Deezer just wanted to use these carriers a few more times before they felt lonely and before they got kicked out of the game. So we do have carriers. Don't see it very often, but here they are, and we have a lot of Stalkers at the same time by Deezer. Also High Templars and a few Zerglings, and by Zerglings I mean Zealots, but the Zergling is going to be focusing down the High Templar, and they get a complete surround on these High Templar. No storms going down at all, just caught him in transfer, and they actually had a lot of energy on him. Kills one. There's only one left. Looks like he might get away. Oh, geez, he gets away with just barely 13 hit points left. So Destiny, nice job picking off some really expensive units there, cutting into that unit efficiency that Deezer has, but he does have his mothership out and a couple of carriers, and it looks like they have all 8 of their interceptors, so they are ready to go. Meanwhile, another big battle going on. We have Roaches, no upgrades. Looks like just now, I'm going to say it again. Just now, Destiny is getting upgrades, and they're for his roaches. We are at the 27-minute mark, and he has his first upgrades about to finish. Of course, he does have +2 air attacks, I believe, and the clicking on those overlords are not going to help me with that, to be honest. But Destiny just kind of forgetting upgrades or wanting to go pure muta, and when that didn't work, he needed to transition into something else. Yeah, you can see +2 air is what he has. It looks like +3 ground armor just about to finish for Deezer. And Destiny is actually supply blocked again, but he was pretty much maxed, so not a big deal. But Deezer is just not losing any units. Man, he's using Blink pretty effectively and just sniping so many overlords. So Destiny going to have to rebuild those overlords. He has 8 overlords in production, so he should be unsupply blocked fairly quickly. Here we go. We got more lings running around just being mischievous, but there are a couple of carriers to try to defend this base, which is not up, and they actually have to wait for the goop in order to put down the expansion. There is going to be a pylon finishing, though, so, you know, thank God for small miracles, I guess. All right. We also have a DT who is not doing anything, but he doesn't have any kills. He did take some damage, but he's just chilling, just wants to see that the base is there, I guess, and tattle, but he's not actually going to reveal his presence, and he's surrounded by Zerg. Look at this. Destiny he's taking another base right here, has this base fully saturated. I don't know how long that DT's been there. Quite a while, I would assume. I probably missed some DT action. I apologize, guys, but this game's pretty action-packed. That's my excuse / lame, yeah, lame comeback to whatever you guys say. But if you said I missed some action, I probably did, and again, I apologize. All right, so hey, look at that. We have a whole bunch of cannons and a whole bunch of gateways powered off of one pylon. Just want to point that out. But it looks like the zealots that were warped in are going to be enough to hold. And Deezer looks like he could secure this expansion, actually. Oh, here we go. DT is now going to be racking up some kills. This DT wishes that he could get some kills on his record. There we go. Nice job by that mothership, pretty much swallowing up the entire reinforcing Destiny army. So no sandwich going to be coming out for Destiny. Destiny is going to try to focus down this mothership, seeing as how we can't see anything else. And the mothership will go down. There it is. And oh, hey, look, roaches. Where were they? They were in a little wormhole taking a break. But with these reinforcements, I think Destiny may be able to hold. Is he going to? No. Does not kill the 2 carriers, and their roaches can't actually shoot carriers. So he's actually in a little bit of trouble because of this. He does have more mutas that are going to be running in, and there goes one carrier. This other carrier is still up, has all 8 of his interceptors, and there's only 2 mutas left. And is he going to be able to get it? 1 muta left. The last muta runs away but doesn't make it, and this carrier will survive with just over half health, no shields, but that's okay because nobody can shoot up except for this one spore crawler who is dead. So this carrier is going to be able to do the damages if he so wants. Huge probe transfer coming over for Deezer at the same time. Has a couple more carriers still over there, and now it looks like he's switching into Void Rays as these stalkers and carriers attempt to clean up, you know, whatever they can. Oh, this carrier up to 22 kills actually, so pretty good there, yeah. Is he going to take out this hatchery? I think he will. DTs have taken out this hatchery. This hatchery, I don't actually know if Deezer knows it's there, but we'll find out in a second. As, oh man, this High Templar has to be feeling so good until the Overseer shows up, and he's going to melt instantly. Ta-da! And he's dead. This Dark Templar now thinking small thoughts, thinking invisible thoughts, and hoping he doesn't get spotted. I mean, he's been there for the whole game, so it'd be kind of tragic if he gets spotted. Meanwhile, these are coming over here with a combination of carriers, zealots, and a single stalker, just for equal opportunity and employment services. But yep, looks like he is going to be able to deny this expansion yet again. And Destiny is actually looking like he could be up against the ropes here as this hatchery, oh man, only 1 carrier with 2 hit points left, but he gets the kill. And this muta, is he going to take the muta out? Yes, he does not. The muta takes the carrier out instead. But now it looks like Void Rays and Archons and carriers, zealots, stalkers, the kitchen sink even is tagging along just for funsies, as Deezer with about an 80 supply lead pushing across the map, and I don't know what Destiny is going to be able to do. He's long distance mining at this expansion. He doesn't really have any bases that are really in good shape right now. And Destiny definitely up against the ropes. I mean, again, if we look at the income, we can see that Deezer has quite an income supply lead. If we go to the loss tab, Destiny is just not being as efficient with his units as Deezer is. Deezer's being so efficient, it's actually pretty crazy. Here we go. We have a Changeling army coming in. There we go. Gonna be the I'll call that a GG. Destiny gonna GG to Deezer in a pretty awesome game. 34-minute, 37-second game Blizzard time. Deezer taking out Destiny with just a lot of harassment style, and I'm gonna get every unit in the book except Colossus style play. So, yep. Congrats to Deezer. Well played by both guys. I really enjoyed the game. Hope you guys did as well. Please, like I said before, leave comments. Let me know what you thought. Let me know who you want to see and all that good jazz, and I will do my best to fulfill your every desire. I kid, but seriously, let me know what you want, and I'll see what I can do. All right, guys, it's been fun. It's been real. I'm Squiggles. I'm out. I'll see you next time.